Came to a Nissan dealership in Pensacola, Florida on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. so no one is here. They have two charging stations, one right here and one back here that this iMeave is charging at. Pretty cool. And then they have another one right here that this Leaf is charging on. These guys seem to be really with it in terms of electric vehicles. Pretty cool. 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday, only time you can just casually stroll across the highway. Who's open Sunday morning early? Whataburger. So I had a salad at Whataburger. Is that right or is that wrong? So the iMeave at Sandy Sansing Nissan was charging right here, but they left. So apparently we had two people opportunity charging here at the Nissan shop. Pretty cool. Ever since my bike overheated in South Carolina a few days ago, I've been very careful to make sure that it's charging in the shade because right now I'm in Pensacola, Florida. It's hot. It feels like 90. Making sure that I'm in the shade is a good way to make sure that it doesn't overheat because I'm really using these batteries hard. I'm riding at highway speeds all through the day, and then I charge it fast during the day, and then I charge it slowly overnight. So the battery gets no break at all. It's always working 24/7. It's either been charging or discharging the entire time that I've been on this trip for the past 10 days or so. Apparently I jumped the gun a little bit at leaving Whataburger because my bike's only charged to 60%. So I need a solid 90% in order to leave. I'm probably going to wait for it to be 100 just to be safe. It's hot and I'm sweating, so I'm going to see if I can find another place with air conditioning. There's a corner store nearby. It's not super comfortable, but it'll have to do. Here's how I prep to ride. Get on my protective jacket. Always wear your gear. You also want to make sure that you've got your tunes ready. Earphone in my right ear, and then my left ear I can still hear what's going on around me. But really, most of the time I'm just singing. Oh, there's the phone. So I plug this into the phone, zip up the jacket, then I normally put on the GoPro camera, and then helmet. And then after helmet, sunglasses. So it's quite a production. That's how I prepare to ride. What's this? A charge point station at a BMW dealership? Ah, I'm sensing a pattern. I'm gonna have to seek out BMW dealerships from now on so I can track my charging from some sort of restaurant. Heyo! Man, gas is expensive when electricity is free. So I had a conversation recently with someone who seemed to think that when I went to all these places to charge that I was able to go sightseeing. And it turns out, if my motorcycle is hooked up to a charging station, I can't really go very far. I can walk to places, but I don't want to walk too far because I want to get back to my bike as soon as it's charged. So, I was in Pensacola, and a friend said, "Oh, are you going to see the Air Force Base?" I was like, "Nope, I'm going to see the Nissan dealership." That's what I see when I go places. Nissan dealerships. And now BMW dealerships. But hopefully, there will be more charging stations at places like the waterfront in Jacksonville, because that was actually a pleasant experience. I got to park where people park other cars, and I got to check out the waterfront and have an enjoyable afternoon. Whereas most places I meet car salesmen, and they're lovely, but there are actually other places that I'd rather be. I don't know if they really in particular want me to be hanging around their dealership when I'm not going to be buying a car or swag. So, those are just some thoughts. Just had a lovely lunch at McAllister's Deli in Mobile, Alabama. So normally it's lovely to travel on Sunday. When you're relying on car dealerships being open to charge, Sunday is not a good travel day. There are plenty of charging stations along my route today from DeFuniak Springs, Florida, near Pensacola, to Zachary, Louisiana, where my friends live. However, two of them are closed today, and they gate their entrance. So it is possible for me as a motorcyclist to probably get onto their property and charge. However, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. Don't think it's right. If they lock their property, I'm gonna stay off it. So that really puts me in a bit of a bind. So I need to find some sort of RV park to charge up at. And I don't know where that is yet. Thank you, Pat Peck Nissan in Gulfport, Mississippi, for the charge. I really do appreciate it. Right now I'm charging at Callaway RV Park. When I called in, the person at the desk didn't really know how to handle the situation, and they don't have the power to say, oh yeah, go ahead and charge, or we're gonna charge you this amount of money. So there's a lot of uncertainty. So they just said, well, I'm not supposed to, but you can this time. And so I'm gonna take that as a yes, come in and charge, and thank them profusely. There isn't really anyone around. So there's no way for me to talk to the management and like get a confirmation that it would be okay to charge here again, for example. So I'm gonna have to leave that open-ended and wait until the next time I have to come here. Right now I am 62 miles away from my destination, and instead of waiting here to get a full charge to 100%, I'm going to get enough charge to make it to my destination. However, I'm on a road trip in the middle of Louisiana, so I might make a wrong turn. It's been known to happen. So I'm going to charge up to 72%. Basically, I get 1 mile per percent. So if I charge up to 72%, then I've got about 10 miles to play with in case I get lost or take a wrong turn or something like that. And so that'll get me to my destination. Looking forward to seeing my friends Jeremy and Amber and their beautiful daughter. By the way, I just spent about half an hour in a gas station that has deer heads mounted on the wall as decor. And centrally located in the little store was a ice bath of beer and other alcoholic beverages. A polar beer freezer. Polar beer. It's so great. I almost walked in there because it's so friggin' hot, but I didn't. I restrained myself. There's a lot of them, hundreds, but not like thousands or tens of thousands.